Beloved child of eternity, hear the whisper of the Spirit. For I, Archangel Michael, have descended with words sealed in the scrolls of light. The Almighty has watched you with tenderness beyond measure, and now the veil is lifted. What was hidden is no longer veiled. You are not forgotten, not abandoned, but carried within the breath of heaven itself. Precious soul, I come with wings trembling under the weight of truth. Heaven's silence has stretched across generations, yet today the Lord has loosened my tongue. Know this, you are written in the book of radiance and no shadow can erase you. The storms of your life have been seen, and your tears are not wasted but are gems in the treasury of God. Beloved, I stand before you in awe of the mission entrusted to me. For you are not simply a wanderer on earth, but a bearer of eternal fire. The Most High has breathed into you a spark that cannot be extinguished. Though the world has tried to silence it, heaven declares it shall shine brighter still. Type Amen if you believe in God. Child of heaven, do not think yourself small in the vastness of creation. Every star that glimmers above bows to the one who crafted your soul. The heavens are not more precious than you, for the Lord has placed his heart within yours. Lift your eyes, for what lies ahead is not despair but renewal. Beloved soul, I have guarded you when the night sought to devour your hope. You thought yourself alone, but legions of light encircled you. Today the veil is torn, and you may know. Nothing has ever separated you from the love that fashioned you before the foundations of the world. Tender one, hear this message etched into eternity. You are chosen. Not by accident, not by chance, but by the deliberate hand of the Creator who delights in you. The struggles that pressed upon your heart were not to destroy you, but to awaken the strength heaven placed within. Type Amen if you believe in God. Beloved of light, your prayers have not dissolved into silence. They are rivers rising before the throne, and each cry has been answered though you have not always seen it. Now the heavens declare, the time of hiddenness is ending. The answers long delayed are beginning to unfold like dawn across the mountains. Precious child, I reveal to you a mystery. The love of God is not measured as men measure. It does not waver with your weakness, nor fade with your fear. It burns with the fire of eternity, and it clings to you with a passion stronger than death. You are held forever. Beloved, I speak to the wounds you carry deep within. The Almighty has not overlooked them. Each scar, each tear, has been gathered into his hands and transformed into glory unseen. What was meant to break you will instead crown you. The stones of sorrow are being turned into foundations of joy. Type Amen if you believe in God. Sacred soul, your journey has been long, but know this truth. Heaven has walked beside you at every step. Even when the path felt barren, angels marched with you. You are closer to the gates of promise than you realize, and the doors are opening even now. Beloved child of heaven, pause and hear, the Almighty sings over you. His song is older than the stars, and yet it calls your name with tenderness. You were made to shine, to rise, to walk in light. And so today the Spirit whispers, awaken, beloved, for you are mine. Type Amen if you believe in God. It is a divine arrangement. The angels have carried your name into the courts of heaven, and the decree has gone forth that your season of waiting is ending. What felt delayed will suddenly move swiftly, like rivers released from a dam. Do not fear the shaking. It is simply God removing what could not hold you. It is not chance that your spirit has been stirred. Heaven has marked this day as a turning point for you. The weariness you felt was never in vain, for each heavy step carried you closer to the promise. The fire you endured was not to destroy you but to refine you, so the brilliance of your destiny could not be dimmed. The whisper of God has followed you through sleepless nights, reminding you that you are chosen. Even when silence seemed louder than prayer, the throne of heaven was not still. Angels were dispatched, shifting things on your behalf. Soon what was hidden will emerge like dawn over the mountains. Every tear you shed was collected in heaven's jar, and now the time of harvest has arrived. You thought your prayers vanished into the air, but they were stored, multiplied, and will return as blessings you cannot contain. The delay was never denial, it was orchestration for something far greater. Your name has been etched in fire across the skies, carried by the breath of angels into the presence of God. You wondered why your heart could not rest, why midnight brought unease. It was heaven pulling you closer, preparing you for revelation. You are not forgotten, you are carried. The winds of change are blowing, not to scatter you but to align you. What seemed like loss will prove to be divine rearrangement. Heaven is writing a testimony from your struggle that will cause many to believe when they hear it. Nothing you endured will be wasted. There is a holy summons on your life. one that cannot be silenced by opposition. The battles you faced were not proof of abandonment but of calling. Only the chosen walk through such fire, for only the chosen can carry such glory. Take courage, for you are not alone. Your midnight restlessness was the echo of heaven's voice, tugging at your soul. When you felt forgotten, God was weaving unseen threads, pulling together the pieces of a tapestry that will soon reveal beauty out of brokenness. What you carried in sorrow will return in joy. The heavens conspired for this moment, that your eyes may fall upon these words. Every closed door was the mercy of God redirecting you. Every unanswered prayer was a redirection toward something higher than you could have asked. Trust the divine timing, for it is never too late, never too early, it is perfect. You were marked for destiny before the foundations of the earth. Though storms tried to shake you, they could not uproot you, for you are planted by rivers of living water. Your season of drought is over. Rains of favor will soon drench every dry place in your life. The fire you walked through did not consume you because it was never meant to. It was there to burn off the chains, the fears, the doubts that tried to cling to you. Now you emerge brighter, stronger, carrying a glory that cannot be hidden. Even when you felt unseen, the heavens could not look away from you. Angels camped around your dwelling, whispering courage when you felt weakest. Heaven has not overlooked you. The very opposite is true. You have been watched, loved, guarded, chosen. Your prayers have been circling heaven like incense, rising higher with each sigh, each tear. Do not think they vanished. They were recorded, treasured, remembered. Now the appointed time has come when answers will descend, swift and undeniable. The ache in your soul was never emptiness. It was the stretching of heaven making room for more. You felt broken, but in truth you were expanding, being prepared for abundance. What once felt like loss will reveal itself as gain beyond measure. The time of concealment is ending. What you thought was buried will now rise, stronger than before. Every hidden seed of hope will break the ground. Every promise spoken over you will sprout in its due season. Heaven has said, enough waiting. You were never forgotten in the night. God traced your name in light across the heavens, declaring over you things your ears have yet to hear. The restlessness you carried was heaven's signal. The season of breakthrough is here. The burdens you bore were heavy, but they trained you for strength. The loneliness you felt sharpened your ears to the voice of God. Now, as light breaks, you will realize every shadow was a setup for the brilliance that follows. It was not random that these words have found you. You are the one heaven appointed to read this, to be reminded that destiny cannot be stolen. Every setback was only a divine redirection, shaping your story for glory. The hand of heaven has always been over you, even when you doubted it. What the enemy tried to break has only made you unshakable. You are a vessel of fire, and nothing can extinguish what God Himself has ignited within you. You wondered why certain doors closed, why people walked away. It was heaven's protection. You were never meant to shrink into spaces too small for your calling. The pruning was painful, but it was preparation for a greater bloom. Your nights of silence were not empty, they were filled with angelic intercession. Even when you could not pray, heaven prayed over you. Now the season of silence breaks, and songs of joy will fill your mouth again. The fire of heaven surrounds you, not to harm but to shield. You are untouchable in the eyes of God, and no weapon formed against you can prosper. You walk under a covering that the enemy cannot pierce. What you thought was the end was only the beginning. Heaven does not write tragedies, it writes testimonies. Every page of your life is moving toward redemption, restoration, renewal. The story is not over, the best chapters are still to come. You carry a mark upon your spirit that the world cannot erase. Though trials tried to silence you, heaven has amplified your voice. You were chosen to speak light into darkness, to be a living flame in a weary world. When you look back, you will understand why it had to happen the way it did. The disappointments were doorways to divine appointment. The heavens declare over you, the delay is broken. No more waiting, no more stagnation. The streams of favor that were dammed up are being released, and you will not have room enough to contain what flows into your life. You are not forgotten, not abandoned, not forsaken. Heaven's eyes are fixed upon you, and the very breath of God surrounds you. Stand tall, for you are crowned with favor and wrapped in divine purpose. The pain you endured was a furnace, and now you emerge as gold, shining with resilience and beauty. Every scar is proof that you survived what was meant to destroy you, and every wound has been turned into wisdom. Your destiny is unstoppable. Heaven has spoken, and the earth must align. Though storms may rise, though shadows may fall, nothing can silence the voice of God declaring over you, you are chosen, you are loved, you are mine.